Hi, teacher, and welcome again to my homework videos, second edition. So in this second activity, we were taught how to create in some way a tool, attach it to a robot, and then using that tool, in this case a gripper, open and close it, and then move objects through workspaces. And also we were taught how to create workspaces like with a reference frame within the workspace. In case you move these workspaces, you don't have to redefine all the points individually. So you could just like move them within the workspace. Well, with the workspace actually. So yeah, for the code here in Rapid, this first part are all the points that I have. So this first one is the home. Then the second one is like a proximity point above the peak location, which is in the first box. Then we have a proximity point for the placing position in the second box. And then I have another proximity point and placing point for the third object that we were required to insert. So yeah, after this, we have the code. So we start in the home position with a rapid movement. Then we move to the proximity point next to where we're going to pick up our can for the first time, our object. Then we move to the position where we're going to actually, with the gripper, grab that object. And then the next thing to do is close the gripper. So to do this, we implemented a digital output and a digital input. In order to close the gripper, we are expecting a value of 1. This was defined in the in this part, the event manager. The value we are expecting for the program to be executed, and the movement it will create once we do that. So in this case, for example, when we close the gripper, we're going to move the gripper mechanism and actually attach the object, in this case, the can. And where's this other part? Yeah. So what it's going to do once it receives 1 value, it's going to close the gripper. And then to open it, we're going to use the same digital output, but with opposite values, in this case 0. So it's going to do completely the opposite. Instead of closing, it's going to move the mechanism to the open position, and then it's going to detach the object, in this case the can. And well, here that's the same thing. It's once it's false, it's going to open the gripper, so it's the opposite. But we're using the same digital output. So yeah, back to the code here. So yeah, we close the gripper and then we wait for the digital input so that the robot does not actually move the instant the closed gripper digital output is triggered. So it has to wait so it doesn't move when the gripper is actually moving, because it takes time. And then after that, what I do, so we go to the proximity point above the picking position. We move to the picking position, we close the gripper, and then I move to the proximity point next to the picking position. Then it goes back to home. Actually, this is not needed. Yeah, well, we implemented it just like to have an intermediate point. But yeah, this one is not actually needed. It could just go from the proximity point from the picking area to the proximity point from the placing area. So yeah, what it does afterwards is go to the second workspace, that is the second box. And then it goes to the proximity position near to the placing point. It goes to the placing point and then it opens the gripper. So it's the same set of instructions, but with opposite values to perform the opposite actions as we established it in the event manager place. And then once it opens the gripper, it will move back to the home position, and then it will go back for the piece to grab it and place it on my third object. In this case, it's a cone. So it goes to the proximity point where the object was last placed. It goes down to the position, it closes the gripper here. Then it goes to the proximity. Well, here I could have added again the proximity point after closing the gripper, but in this case, it just moves to it closes the gripper and then it moves to the proximity point next to the, well, on top of the next position where we're going to drop off the object. It opens the gripper and then it goes back to home. So that's basically what my program does. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how it looks like here in simulation. So actually we're taught something that I found very interesting, which is the saved states, because actually we're gonna see it right now. Right now it's like in the 0 position. I can play the simulation here. So it picks it up, goes back to the home position, goes to the other place, drops it, goes back to the home position, goes back again for the object, picks it up, and then drops it in the third position. And then it will go back to home. But if I start the simulation again, well, like the reference frame for the object is different. So if I play it again, it will move, but with reference to where it was last placed. So I found this very interesting to be able to move it back to the 0 position. And yeah, this is all for today's program.